Mayo Clinic, Tom was drawn to the lifestyle of the doctors and their families.
How come I can go to people's houses and it's not dirty? The search constantly to find that area of peace. The doctor's family seemed to have peace.
So Tom decided to be a doctor. He did well at college and med school, but the pressure to succeed and keep up a perfect facade fed his anxiety.
The uneasiness was there, the need to succeed was there, that buzzing in my head was there.
Tom graduated med school and married a nurse, hoping to achieve the ideal family life he never had.
It just didn't work. We were kind of the same people. She grew up in bad alcoholism with her father. I grew up in bad alcoholism, and we're very comfortable with chaos. That's what we've grown up in.
Soon, Tom found himself escaping as his dad had, working long hours and isolating himself at home when arguments arose.
If the heat was turned up, I would run and hide.
For over a decade, Tom worked to maintain his perfect image of success. However, behind closed doors, his marriage was crumbling.
We had the house, we had the cars, we had all this stuff, and it was empty. It was exhausting, and I don't even know if exhausting is a big enough word.
Then, the evening of March 1st, 2014, Tom finally faced his failures. Overwhelmed, he called his sister, who had given her life to Christ, and she urged him to get to know Jesus.
And I hung up the phone, and I sat in this chair in this kind of dimly lit room, and I looked up and said, I don't even think you exist. And I said, I'm so done with this, everything that's happening, that I'm going to give you one more shot. And I got on my knees and I said, if you exist, you have 5 minutes to show me, because otherwise I'm tapping out. And I stood up and instantly felt different. A, there was a presence in the room, and B, that buzzing stopped. There was finally lightness, so to speak. There was something like lifted off my shoulders, saying, stop the struggle. You got help.
That night, Tom bought a Bible and started reading. The more he learned about Jesus, the more peace he felt, and the more he realized that Jesus was much different than the man he'd seen always hanging on the cross as a little boy.
He came down as a helper. He came down as someone to heal. He's completely different than the man on the cross because he's present. He's here, can ask, shows up, alive, dynamic.
Tom started attending church and Bible studies. As he grew closer to God, he stopped striving to be perfect and sought God for help with his problems. Even though his marriage ended a year later, Tom had hope in someone greater than himself.
All I could do is say, I have nothing right now but you, God. Something is happening and I trust you.
Today, Tom's a trauma surgeon at the 7th busiest trauma center in the country. Yet with all that pressure, he doesn't worry because he knows Christ is the ultimate healer.
My work as a surgeon is constantly cheating death. And I know someone out there that actually can bring people back from death. That's what Jesus is. You are a new person. You get a new life. You get a second chance. You get hope. Doesn't mean I don't have challenges and trying times and so on, but that buzzing is gone. There's a peace.